work plays out, but looking for an exciting game here.
Yes, indeedy. I am super stoked to be on Coastline. And I got to say, I don't think anybody dislikes Coastline too much. I mean, not with maps like Theme Park and whatnot in the rotation.
Yeah.
Those seem to be the more unpopular maps. However, Coastline, I think, is a pretty darn good competitive map. And I think for the people that are watching, it's nice to see a break from the norm, a.k.a. not Oregon or not Border. I know me and Tamas were talking off stream while we were waiting for the match to go. And he goes, what do you want to bet it's Border? And I said, no, my money's on Oregon. So a pleasant surprise for us both that we are playing it out here on Coastline. And map or round number 1 begins right now.
Yeah, and I think we go through these iterations whenever there's a new map where everyone hates the new map when it first comes out because no one knows it. And then invariably, like, everyone hated Border when it first came out. Now everybody loves it, yes. So I think as new maps get introduced, as you mentioned, they get hated more, and the not as quite as newer but still not original maps people get more comfortable on them, and we get to see them played a lot more. We've seen a lot more Coastline in the last few weeks than what we would normally see, which was never. So I think people getting more comfortable on it, and I think it is one of the more even, balanced maps for competitive play. I think there's a lot of room for creativity, so I'm really excited. That said,
it's really one of those, and I'll just finish on this point before we get into the action here, because Blackbeard doing Blackbeard things right now. It's one of those maps that, along with Skyscraper, I like a lot, but we hardly ever get to see.
Yep. Yeah, agreed. And again, I think teams aren't necessarily as comfortable on it as they are. Everybody knows what they need to do on Clubhouse. Everyone knows what they need to do on Oregon. Whereas this map is a little bit more, you need to be a little bit more dynamic. And so interested to see. As you said, speaking of dynamic, Blackbeard things happening, but it is Snuggling with the first kill on Dakota. Nice angle there to take down Ash. That's lots of frags off the board here, an early advantage to Impact Gaming. We did see Envision take a bunch of damage from the Blackbeard that is just hanging out. Oh, not hanging out on the window. He rappelled down. Interesting there. Normally you would just see the Blackbeard just hold up that whole time. Very wary here of Snuggling, though, now that they know that he's downstairs. That call out from Coda that Bandit is on the roam, so he's going to go looking for him. But it's Hippo using the Scorpion Evo to take down Flynn. Advantage now 2 bodies in favor of Impact Gaming.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Yeah, not a lot of luck here so far for the defenders. And right as I say that, they get their first pick of the round here with a minute left. 4v3 could go either way. Cloakin with just a shred of health left after that engagement. I can't even see the white on his bar. It's so small. And, with that being said, it's a pretty even matchup. Now, if the attackers don't get the move on, they might start getting into a pinch situation. Cloakin Hippo with 1 health comes out and takes out a full health Blackbeard, and you just can't get a better trade than that. I'm sorry. Fantastic job by Cloakin Hippo. And now it is going to be a real rat race for the attackers as they have a mountain to climb in 32 seconds to do it in.
Huge kill there for Hippo on taking down Blackbeard. He's very, very strong on this bomb site. And they're going to get a reset, actually. No, unable to get it. It's Shizm at the middle skylight, able to finish off the Ella, but it is still 2v3 as Snappy's going to try and push in through the door here. Echo. Silenced MP5 takes down 1 with a quick refrag. And Ali gets the last 2, pulls the bearing 9 to finish off Shizm. 3 headshots there to close out that round for Impact. Very close competitive round there, but coming up short does Brainless.
Yeah, the attackers did better towards the end there than I thought they would do, but shout out to Prince Ali in this case, for having that patience to remain on the bomb site and wait it out. Not even on the Yokai drone, just holding that angle, doing his job, and paying dividends.
Yeah, and that early pick by the Bandit Shizm, early pick on the Ash, Obviously, not only now are you down in Ash, but that forced the Blackbeard down off of his window, and now he is inside, which is not his natural environment. He's inside the building. He's not nearly as effective there, and that was kind of a key linchpin of that defense to be able to take down the Blackbeard. Because if Blackbeard just stays posted at this window for 3 minutes, he's going to wreak all kinds of havoc. So if you can get him in the building where you can shoot him, not have to try and shoot him through his shield, that's huge.
That is a huge advantage if you can avoid that face shield.
10 seconds to insertion.
And I have to say that the attack was a little strange. I mean, they were on the
5
roof,
seconds remaining.
and they were on the first floor, but other than maybe a couple of instances, like kitchen defense perhaps, vertical control is not super important on this map. As a matter of fact, the only vertical play you typically see is maybe a pulse underneath with a C4 on Hookah, for example. But, I don't agree with that. I mean, pushing VIP or maybe even taking pool and aquarium and working your way on the level, the floor that the bomb is actually on, that the bomb site, is typically the strategy you see. And that not coming out put him into that situation with, it was 3 to 3, 3 to 4 with 1 health left on one of the guys. And still plenty of time, but they just kind of stuck there and held that angle. That's like that twitch on the roof that got the kill. And by then it was just too late. They had to just kind of sprint into the bomb site, and there was Echo ready to clean them up.
Yeah, it was very disjointed. They didn't seem to have an idea. There was no clear-cut path for them as far as we're going to push VIP and push that way, or we're going to take south stairs and we're going to push that way. It was very difficult to tell what their plan was going to be. Sister on sister, as Snuglin's Zofia takes down the Ella, but he's got Coda here posted up in VIP, going to try and slow down any further push to open up that master bedroom. Manages to get the kill, 416C, and he's going to rotate off of it. Obviously, that's going to get called out. Doesn't take down Zofia, but does take down the Ash. Zofia Snuglin, second kill of the round onto Dynamic, taking down the Pulse. 3v4 now, still half of the round left to go. And again, this is a bit disjointed. I don't know exactly what their plan is. I guess they're over here going to take A side, but you have Snuglin posted up on the other side, I guess, watching their flank.
Yeah, so much utility used in that hallway. 2 Ash charges, a flashbang, a grenade, 2 box throws, of course. And there's still barbed wire in the hall. That being said, a pick comes out 3v3, a refrag coming right back, and an overly aggressive. I do not agree with that bandit running out like that, and he will pay the price as Ali cleans it up yet again, and that is 2 for Impact. And what seemed like a shambles-style attack is now a victory as Impact takes the 2nd round in a row.
So I don't know if that was originally a VIP, supposed to be a VIP push, and then they ran into Coda and some resistance on that side and maybe pivoted away from it, or I don't know if the Ash and Zofia were just initially supposed to kind of exert some pressure over there. But a nice south side take there from Impact. And Snappy trying to make something happen there, running out on the bandit, trying to get a pick. But Twitch ready and waiting with the FAMAS to put a stop to that, and 2 in a row now for Impact, looking strong, comfortable on coastline, and Brainless going to need to come up with something a little different to get themselves on the board. We do have Impact does have to change up bomb sites since they were successful upstairs in VIP and Master. They're going to go down into Kitchen here, which is interesting. You do also have kind of the bars that is also a secondary bomb site that some people will play. Upstairs here in Aquarium and Pool, with the level of play kind of at this level is pretty tough when you get anyone that's got a little bit of a coordination. But we do see a lot of Kitchen here. We'll see if Impact can make it work. They only have to try it once, and then they can go back upstairs to VIP if they so desire.
Yeah, Kitchen we see quite a bit. Hookah we see quite a bit. Hookah and Pool Room, that is. And I tend to like Kitchen a little bit better, but it's it requires a lot of team communication, so there's got to be that chemistry there. You got to rely on everybody to do their job when you're defending this site. because it's very, very easy to slip by and nobody catches it, and all of a sudden the diffuser's down, right?
Yep.
And seriously, like a smoke grenade, a shield, something crazy like that. Now, of course, I don't think that normally would happen because nobody's going to expect Kitchen when Hookah's on the table. Of course, it's a 50-50, but you don't want to like sell out for Kitchen and then all of a sudden it's Hookah and now there ain't nothing you can do about it. But I like this mirror upstairs. It's a lot of delaying possibility for just a little bit of utility being used, and so it's kind of might be for the attackers not even worth trying to get that vertical play down on the Kitchen, and instead force them to go for either blue bar or perhaps the kitchen window and then the delivery room.
Yeah, I was wondering because they left this little panel right here is unreinforced and the B bomb site. I was wondering where those reinforcements went, and yeah, excellent use of them upstairs here. Try and maintain control over this breachable floor in VIP and Master. So we do have Snappy and Flynn up here trying to exert some pressure onto Snugglin. I believe he's the only roamer.
And I think the Twitcher just got that mirror too. Cloakin getting a pick, some bullets flying back and forth between Twitch and the Ella. The Ella saying again on just a 1 health, retreating back to the site. Also, Bandit with 1 health and a TK from a smoke coming out. And the defenders, what are you doing right now? I think perhaps maybe he threw the smoke to down her for a reset and accidentally set it off, or actually might have killed her from the impact. That's how low health she was. Meanwhile, Envision will get a kill of his own, and so somehow the defenders kind of in it. The other 1 health operator goes down to Thatcher, and now 34 seconds left on the clock. The defenders still in a pretty good situation to, successfully defend this site. They kind of got to go through the hallway. They don't have any time, and as I say that, there goes the thermite. But I was going to say they don't really have any more time now to deploy any additional Thatcher or thermite charges. Meanwhile, Flynn will get a kill and take the numbers advantage away. But with 8 seconds left, all the defenders now have to do is stop the plant. And he gets 1 kill and does indeed stop the plant. I don't think he's going to have time to come in, but he does have time to come in and actually put the diffuser down. Now we play the waiting game. Will the patience pay off? The diffuser gets put down just a second too late, and the attackers, by the hair of their chinny chin chin, will take that round. A little bit of a chaotic round, to say the least.
Yeah, and Crazy Man did the right thing there, went for the flank around, and just, honestly, just a little unlucky there as the Twitch had just slid through that rotate hole, didn't see her, looked to where he heard the diffuser plant just finishing up, but good cover there from Envision to close that. Or I'm sorry, who was? I forget who the Twitch was. That's bad. I'm getting old. Getting old.
I feel you, man.
But yeah, excellent round there from Brainless. It was a little bit disjointed. Took him a lot of time to root out the Bandit upstairs in Theater and VIP. So I really like that setup. He did his job staying alive up there for almost 2.5 minutes. Really delaying on things, and it came down to that just final frenzy push. Kind of an interesting. Oh, so Crazy Man says in chat that he didn't realize holding F to pick up a smoke would set it off.
See, I didn't think the impact would have killed him. I was like, he had to have set it off by accident.
Yeah,
that explains a lot. So yeah,
so interesting push here from the main lobby, or perhaps Lamborghini doorway, if you'd prefer to call it that. I like that push. This is actually a pretty safe spot. It's tough to get an angle from that mirror window that normally would be placed here. You will have that rotate hole to watch, but it's a nice safe spot for them to push, left themselves just enough time to get that wall opened up and have a successful attack. Nice job to Brainless as they get on the board, get things started here.
Yay! They really needed that.
They did.
Really needed that. There's nothing worse than going down 3-0, right? It's not insurmountable. However, 3-0 versus 2-1 is probably the biggest one-round swing difference you could possibly have, in my opinion. 2-1 versus a 3-0 psychologically is just a huge difference and it all comes down to one round. That being said, fantastic job. It was a little bit sloppy, but they got the job done. Snuggling, picking up the first kill of the round. Pulse picking up somebody on his beater, and on the drone and not paying attention, that nitro cell will be put to good use, taking the Zofia off the board.
Yep.
Very good. And now 4v4 as more target gets sodded on his cardiac sensor.
And now he wishes he was Legion and respawned nitro charges. Can you
seen that he was lying down and
can
droning.
you shoot through that part of the ceiling? I can't.
That's a good question.
I can't remember, honestly. In security room, I don't spend a lot of time in the security room in this map. I don't know if that's shootable or not. Oh yeah, it is. It is. So yeah, all even as we get to the halfway point. Dynamic doing a good job here, staying alive and calling out information, getting that C4 kill. This looked like a south side take. They're doing battle here at the front desk. Ali's going to get downed, but Dynamic not able to finish him before Hippo can swing in and take him down. He's going to open up this angle underneath the wall, make sure that there's no bandit charges or no bandit tricking. Coda doing a huge run out here, a big rotate, as it's just down to the GSG bros. Coda does get that kill. Nice headshot onto Hippo. That's a fight that Ash should probably win. 3v2 in favor of the attackers still. A lot of work to be done for Brainless if they want to close this round out. 45 seconds left to go. Still lots of time as the wall does get opened up on the south side.
What a good job the defenders are doing right now, holding so many people off with just one defender in sight. But they know that one is also downstairs. This flank watch will most likely end in the death of... Oh, but he did spot him and remove the shield, so now he's going to take a little bit more time, but that's all they needed to clear out in order to get into sight, and so in sight they will go and most likely start getting the diffuser down. Meanwhile, Jaeger, he's been in some good gunfights. He's coming out the other side alive, but a huge mountain to climb and not going to do it as Envision comes downstairs and cleans him right up.
Yeah, they just bombarded Coda with flashbangs, and just there's nothing you can do at that point. Your screen's all white. They knew exactly where he was. Blackbeard called it out for his team, and nothing you can do there but stand still. The flashbangs cleared, but had already been pushed by the Hibana and finished just as he gains his sight back again, only to lose his life. That was probably the best, most coordinated attack that we've seen of any between either team. That one was probably the most structured and effective, other than Hibana not quite getting her charges lined up. So the hole that they made through the south wall actually was not, they couldn't get through it.
Yeah. Fantastic job, well coordinated, impacted a lot of things right. They lost a couple of gunfights, which resulted in them having a little bit of a numbers issue at one point, but the rest of the squad pushed together, took over that bomb site, made the defenders force for a retake, which was not successful, and putting them up 3-1.
Yeah, looking strong is Impact. Just the one round lost. Brainless here going to try to right the ship on an attack. Unfortunately for them, Impact able to once again go into VIP and Master Bedroom, the preferred bomb site, which they've already been successful on once, using the same or similar setup to what they had on their last hold here. And if they're successful again, they'll put themselves on map and match point. Otherwise, Brainless one round closer to tying things up. But interesting that they're bringing the Glass here.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
I don't Glass. I'm trying to decide how effective Glass really is on this map.
It's debatable. There is a spot that was hotly debated on whether or not, which is on top of that canvas tarp, that purple canvas tarp.
Yeah.
Which was debated on whether or not that spot was indeed okay to use or considered a glitch.
Yeah.
In which case it was ruled that it was okay to use.
Yeah.
That is a god spot for Glass to sit. Unfortunate now that he's not utilizing said spot, but instead just kind of doing what a sledge seemingly would do, only without the grenades. So we'll have to wait and see. But most likely what they're going to be trying to do is plant by the window in the corner, right where the drone is right now. Just all the way push back into that window. That's a very good spot. And with those smoke grenades in hand, I would have probably preferred a Jackal, but, he could sit in bathroom and at least look through the smoke, although most likely the defenders, if they do get into that corner and they don't have any nitro cells, will probably just give it up and then work for the retake once the plant has been down.
Or, I mean, you have a strong suspicion, or you should, that this is the site they're going to be on. I mean, if you're going to bring somebody to hold angles, bring a Blackbeard, post him up on the big window. That said, Dynamic making great use of the OTS-03 and taking down Owly. That is your Yokai down, gone. Echo done for the round. Crazy Man with a quick refrag on to Flynn. 4v4, 4v3. Fragmite gets in on the action and takes down Hippo. First to the Beauty's at 57 seconds left to go. Snappy with the second kill of the round. It is just down to Snugglin and Envision. Snugglin go for the flank and does get there. Refrag from a Dynamic. It is just down to Snugglin with the diffuser planted. They know exactly where he is. He's going to get pushed by Shazam, and taken down. And exactly what Brainless needed, exactly when they needed it.
Yes, indeed. Still keeping the dream alive, not faltering even after some losses, doing a fantastic job, at least mentally, of bringing it back. And now we seem to have a little bit of an attack fest going on. I'm trying to discern when the last time somebody won a defensive strategy is. And just an interesting tidbit that I will probably have to get more clarification on later. Somebody in chat said that Flynn is himself a caster, so if that is the case, we got a little bit of a caster v caster battle going on right now.
We do. I have seen Flynn is not a caster for ESL, but he is a caster for he's casted for some other non-ESL leagues, which I guess is probably not. I won't name drop other leagues, I guess, on an ESL stream, but yes, he is a caster. And he has worked with Intero on some other things. But, so yeah, we do have caster v caster here. And thus far, I guess Flynn's getting the better of it on our good friend Crazy Man.
I will say that probably is the truth, although as far as the team scores go.
But Crazy Man's up around, so if you want to, this is team sport. This is an individual game, so I don't care if I don't get any kills as long as my team wins. So.
Yes. I don't think anybody does, except for maybe those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly who you mean. Downstairs defense here for Brainless as they try to tie things up. And we're gonna have a more sister on sister action again here. Snugglin versus Dynamic in the Sunrise Bar. Dynamic's gonna get droned out and sprayed through the wall by Snugglin as he's gonna try and get an angle on the Ella.
Droned out, or if he just got spotted because he shot at the drone, in which case that was a bad idea.
Right.
Now he's a little bit on the trap side as they close in around him. And so now all he can do is hopefully hold for as much time as he possibly can.
Yeah, lost most of his life, and Hippo says, I'll take the rest, as Ella is gone. Advantage here to Impact Gaming, as they did clear out the roamer. Shizm, though, with a refrag on the Hippo, using the MP5. I didn't even really notice that we had a Rook, which we don't see a whole lot of in competitive play these days. Usually if you're going to bring a fat Frenchman, you're going to bring the Doc, but we do have Shizm with the Rook, and effective thus far as he is doing battle here with Snugglin on the Zofia. Snugglin, though, getting the better of his teammate Flynn, as it is just down to 3 defenders with almost half the round left to go here.
A lot of time left for the attackers to make way. That being said, I just had a blank. What's her name again?
Zofia.
No, not Zofia.
Habana. There we go. Okay.
Almost looking like she was trying to get real close to the wall to fire those impacts. Either way, she got taken out, and down, I believe, coming back out from the Bandits. So the defenders rallying towards the end here. Now 50 seconds to work with. Only 2 viable attackers left, and the defenders now leaving 1 attacker left as they are just wiping this attack out very quickly. And a half-health Zofia is all that stands between Brainless and this round.
Yeah, extremely aggressive roam-heavy defense here as both the GSG boys are posted up here kind of in the center of the map protecting these exterior doors and walls. It's been extremely effective thus far. Wow, so close to a headshot. Smuggling will never know it. Does get one with the pistol onto Snappy. It's still 1v2. No diffuser in hand. He's going to need to go for some frags here. Obviously, they know exactly where he is. Bad camera operation, but Coda does get that last kill onto Snuggling. No opportunity to pick herself back up. Great fight there through the wall. Snuggling almost able to close that out. Did get a 3K that round with the Zofia, but we have ourselves tie ball game, Ty.
Yes, indeed, we do. 3-3. You know, at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, Impact, this is going to be an easy win for them." After I saw the first couple of rounds, but I am now heftily eating my words as Brainless is doing a lot of work to bring it right back, and now 3-3. And it seems like a coin flip at this point. Both teams are doing very, very well, and this is just going to be one of those wait and see what happens situation.
Yeah, huge defense here for Impact Gaming. Again, they are able to go upstairs in VIP and Penthouse. So at least they're on a good bomb site. But the winner of this round is going to find themselves on map and match point. So a huge round here as we're tied up 3 each. And a little bit of change up here in operator selections for both teams. We have a Jackal, we have a Buck, and we have Crazy Man bringing out the Valkyrie. So we're going to follow him around and see if we can pick up some spicy Valk cams. That's the only reason I cast. That's the only reason I cast is so I can learn good Valk cam spots.
Yeah, just like improve your own game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Forced to watch game after game of competitive.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know if they were listening to me or what, but like I said, in that plant in the corner strategy, I much prefer a Jackal. Because obviously his utility can be used very well in the early game when you have ops like Pulse and like Bella and like Valkyrie that are roaming around and so this is when you'll see, unlike before when I complained about entering on the first floor and whatnot, this you will see probably them entering on the first floor on purpose, which is good because they kind of surround and then they can pitch down onto any roamers. A roaming Mira, apparently, unless you just came down to slap a Mira up and then return back to the site, which looks like that might be.
It's a pre-placed C4. It's a pre-placed C4 here in the corner at the bed of Penthouse. So it's a pre-placed C4 from the Mira, which is interesting.
Cheeky.
It is.
I'm not sure because of the loud beeping and whatnot if they'll be advantageous to leave your utility like that behind, especially something as powerful as that C4, because you're playing that mirror window looking towards the window and B, that C4 could be the only thing that can kill somebody who's trying to plant in that corner. So, getting rid of it like that, maybe not the best choice, but they may make me eat my words as the Twitch drone doing its job with all 5 of its charges, almost gets both of them, gets one, and pings the Mira herself on the second one.
You got it.
While Hall of Fame being overtaken by the attackers. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you got to try and get as many assists as possible. That's the only reason to play Twitch.
Yeah, all 5 zaps should be on all 5.
5 assists every round.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it does look like it is going to be a VIP Penthouse take. Flynn takes down Hippo. Dynamic gets one of his own onto Prince Owley. And Vision going to try and lay down some spray into this hallway. If you only had a C4 to throw into that hallway right now. But going to have to just play patiently and hope that they do, in fact, push in. There's that C4. It does pay off. But it is all just down to Crazy Man as the plant is still happening. Another C4 doesn't get there. Comes up short. Not quite in the right spot. The MPX does drop the diffuser. They're going to run. No, they're going to run and smartly rotate away from that spot. Hopefully the cams are still up and Crazy's teammates can be calling out some information as far as where these 3 attackers are. They're getting spotted out, actually. Diffuser is planted, and the Twitch is going to drop down. Jackal's going to get Ellid finished. Nice job for Crazy as he gets his second kill of the round. 1v2, Diffuser planted. Coda's going to go for this flank. Dynamic's going to do battle, but Coda is going to be the one that's probably in the best position to close this out. As I said, that Dynamic actually wins that gunfight. I thought Coda was going to get there.
The Buck said, "My kill."
My kill. Mine. A valiant effort there from Crazy Man, but comes up just a little bit short. The pre-play C4 does pay off, but again, I mean, at the same time, if you would have had it earlier in the round, could you have maybe stopped that push a little more? Could you have just thrown it over? I mean, I don't know. It worked.
It worked, but it's probably not going to work more than it's going to work. I think your best bet is to keep it in hand and use it when you need it, especially when you don't have any more mirrors to work with, right? So there's just a gaping hole in the wall.
Yep.
And you're going to have to go for it at some point. You might as well go for it with something with some area damage instead of something so focused as a bullet on the other end of that Chris Vector. But that being said, I think it was, pretty well played by the defense. I think they just lost a couple of gunfights, and I think that I don't know if there wasn't just enough utility or they didn't invest enough into Hall of Fame and into the wall separating VIP from the bomb site. But the attackers did a fantastic job and didn't get too much, I guess, pushback as they took VIP and Hall of Fame. Yeah,
I mean, it was a pretty easy run for them to get into VIP and get that wall opened up. Seemingly the linchpin of the Impact defense was the pre-play C4 to stop the plane at the corner of the bed, which they were right, but at the same time, they had a lot of time still available even after that first plant was stopped. Even after the second plant was stopped, they still had so much time left on the board. I would really like to see a little bit of delaying, a little bit of roam game perhaps in VIP just to slow down that push. But regardless, Brainless, after being down a couple of rounds on map and match point here in our best of one series, Impact going to need to win to take this to overtime. What do you think, Ty?
I think a complete flip-flop. I mean, Brainless 3 rounds in a row, and now they're sitting on match point, whereas they were sitting at 3-1 just a few minutes ago.
Yep.
I just think that they have all of the steam, all of the what is the word I'm looking for?
All the momentum.
All the momentum.
Yep.
We're getting old.
That's what I'm here for, buddy.
Momentum. Yes, that is why we're doing 2 up, because 2 old brains, I guess, equal 1 young brain. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to check.
I'll have to ask somebody younger.
Yeah. Impact getting the first kill of the round, and a slight advantage going forward, as this is the elimination round for them if they are not successful.
Yeah, we're going to see Crazy Man posted up here on the hookah window. And just, a quick shout out that they are, in fact, holding billiards and hookah. And with a wide-ranging roam game, Flynn, with a very delayed refrag onto Hippo, to even things up here at 4 bodies apiece as we get to 75 seconds left to go in this round. I don't know exactly what the plan is here for Impact. They're a little bit spread out. You've got Shizm on one side, you've got Crazy Man on one side, and Vision does get that kill, but Shizm, we're going to have SAT versus SAT here in the aquarium. He's going to hear that Barbary getting hit. I don't think that they've got him droned out. He's just going to walk in. Droned out at the last second. Nice headshot from Envision. Type 89. Really thought Shazam was going to win that fight. Dynamic does take down Snugglin'. And another for Dynamic. 2v2. 35 seconds left to go here as things will need to start happening. Crazy Man gets one onto Snappy. It is just down to Dynamic. If you want one guy left alive at the end, I guess you want the person with the most bullets in hand? I don't know. I guess so. If it's not going to be a smoke, it might as well be an Ella. Ella versus Blackbeard. Blackbeard wins Crazy with the 3K there. I don't know.
The aggression.
I don't know.
The aggression at the end.
I don't know why you peeked that. There's barbed wire there. They can't come in. That door's even still closed. They can't walk in on you. Just trying to make something happen there, I guess. But Crazy Man with an excellent round to tie things up. We're going to our first overtime of the day, Ty.
Yes, indeed. I'm sick at the play at the end there, and I don't want to give him too much strife, right? Too much grief.
But, yep.
let them come to you. I mean, you know there's a guy out there, so that's 50% of what's left. Okay,
Right.
and if they get the diffuser down, and now you have to retake, then you can get on the move. Until then, right? That you can't get shot in the back, you can't get shot from the left, you can't get shot from the front.
Yep.
You're completely protected there in that corner. Let them come into you. Let them get in that barbed wire. There's probably a Griswold mine at that door that's going to hit him in the face the second he crosses the threshold. Let that stuff happen, and then make your attack.
Yep.
And then it's a one-on-one. And maybe the guy you just killed had the diffuser, and the other guy doesn't. And guess what? Now they got to come to you also.
Right.
It's just, it was a little bit...
And you know that there's a Blackbeard, so you know that that's probably the Blackbeard because he's been killing people on the hookah side. You know, he already had 2 kills that round from the hookah side, so you got a pretty strong inkling that that's a Blackbeard out there, and and there's a punch hole in the door. So, you know, yes, you're Ella. I understand that you're Ella, and you're pretty strong. I mean, a fair and balanced operator. But yeah, there's no need to peek that at the end. Trying to make something happen, came up short. Didn't cost them the match. You know, perhaps. I guess we'll see how this overtime plays out. Back into kitchen here, and service for Brainless. It's interesting. They would have had the choice of any site that they wanted. Elected to go downstairs here. I don't think they ever won Penthouse in VIP, did they?
I don't think so. I think I've only seen 2 defensive successes, and one was on Kitchen. The other one, if I'm not mistaken, was on VIP, but that was by Impact. So here we are in Kitchen. I think they've won Kitchen before, and so they're rolling the dice on it. That being said, Cloak and Hippo with that Ash already in the middle of the map, holding angles and watching the late rotations, but Dynamic escapes with like 0.03 health left, and he is going to try and sneak away. Doesn't quite make it though, gets down, although there is not an indicator on the screen. They may not know she's down. So as she gets aggressive and pushes, the Mira tries to make her pay for it, but misses. And the Twitch returns fire as the rest of her teammates are most likely gathering intel around on the other side.
Yeah, valiant effort there from Flynn to try and protect the downed teammate as Owly rotates in on the Twitch, but unable to land those shots. 4v3, 68 seconds left to go here in the round. Drones come out as they're going to try and gather as much information as they can as Coda dives. Again, Owly with his second kill of the match. As the diffuser plant going down, Crazy Man, excellent cover there. It is just down to Shazam as plant has happened in Kitchen. Snuggling gets one of his own, joins in on the action. Good team effort there from Impact as they take OT round number 1.
You know, we say just Ash things, whatever. Throw, for example, in the last match that we casted, runs around with Ash. Well, in this case, it's Blackbeard things, right? Stand there and hold an angle, and they'll just keep running right into you.
Yeah.
So Crazy doing a great job the last couple of rounds. I mean, he started out like 1-4, and now he's sitting here at 6-6. He's doing work on that Blackbeard. He's doing exactly what this team needs him to do, and so he's doing a great job.
And that's the things, you know, the plays that he's been able to do the last couple attack rounds on the Blackbeard are why I would rather see a Blackbeard than a Glaz on this map in particular. That's not on every map, is certainly situational, but you don't have a lot of smoking plants on this map necessarily. Maybe at the hookah door or something like that. But I mean, there's just not a lot of real smoking plant locations, which is where your Glaz is going to really be the most powerful, right? Otherwise, you know, if you're going to be at windows, at doorways, bring the Blackbeard, man. I mean, that's exactly what he was built for. He's really good at it. And Crazy Man using him to great effect on their last 2 attacks to put his team up 1 round away from closing out this really excellent back-and-forth matchup.
Yes, it is. And I got to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an overtime here. I think, a round 11 round here. As I think Brainless has had a lot of success attacking this site so far.
Yep.
Or are they actually in hookah?
They're in hookah. That's a hookah. It's hookah billiards defense for Impact.
I don't think Impact's done this yet.
Nope, we have not seen them on defense here. They've been kitchen, and they've been VIP and master. They've been successful VIP or penthouse and theater rather, but we haven't seen their hookah defense. But 2 defenders, 3 defender, well, 1.5 defenders downstairs as Crazy Man was halfway down on the stairs. But Snuggling and Envision downstairs here in the bars. Crazy Man is going to be playing this mirror window on the hookah stairs.
A bomb has been located.
Or not a mirror window, just a rotate hole, because they don't have a mirror. That would make it difficult to have a mirror window.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty rare.
Yeah, it'd be a little suspicious if they had a mirror window available.
We might have to call an ESL admin if that were the case.
It would be suspicious.
Yeah, I don't really like that rotate hole, but, being down on those stairs, he is protected. Cloak and Hippo getting the first death, I was going to say kill, death of this round, actually losing a couple of bars of health there. So a very good trade-off for them, as there's about half the round gone, and the attackers have not made much progress yet, so it's nice that they've actually been able to accomplish something. Meanwhile, the defenders are just hanging out in their respective spots, wondering, where the heck is everybody?
Yep. Dynamic is going to get Gersmod as he tries to push into Sunrise. Ella is, of course, going to hear that. Flynn with that kill on to Alley. Dynamic gets one as he's Gersmod and shoot the Twinkie. Snuggling dies, and it is just 2 defenders left here for Impact, Envision and Crazy Man. 2 pretty strong defenders to have here at the end. The Smoke and the Pulse able to call out information. We'll also have a C4 available.
Yeah, Brainless in a fantastic position to bring it back as the diffuser goes down. Now, only 1 left. Envision, he will take somebody out with him. He will not go down without a fight. He sees that there is at least 1 above him, 3 more in unknown places. He will miss that nitro most likely, as he now is forced to go back upstairs and attempt to find a way to get back onto the site and kill 3 more people. He will find 1. 4 more people, actually. Now 3 more people. He will find 1, though. That's 2 kills for him in this 1v5 since we've started. The diffuser will get detected, but no, Flynn will finish him off. And that will be, indeed, round 11 that we're going to. And we are 1 round away, both of these teams, 1 round away from the semifinals of this week's Go 4.
Yeah, incredible back and forth matchup here. All comes down to 1 round. Everybody just show up and play 1 round, and that's going to be the winner of this matchup. So extremely back and forth there. Excellent attack from Brainless. Just really dismantled that Impact defense. Seemingly no answer for that aquarium push. And, yeah, round 11 as everything comes down to this.
I'll tell you what, I would really like to be on attack if I were in this game right now.
Yep.
Attack has found a lot more success than any defense, and I have to give the advantage wholeheartedly in favor of Impact. I mean, that Blackbeard play for Crazy has just made all the difference in the world the last couple of times that they've attacked. Not to mention the last time that they attacked, the Ash was like behind enemy line.
Yep.
Before anybody even realized where she was. So they do have the most preferable site you want to have on this. The key to this defense is going to be how well they can protect Hall of Fame and VIP. Are they?
Yep.
And I see that they are now investing a little bit of utility. I don't necessarily like reinforcing those walls because you can shoot holes from pool and basically set up a crossfire from pool room if those walls are not reinforced. They opt instead to reinforce them, something I do not necessarily care for. Perhaps they have something planned that I don't know about. Maybe they're trying to set up for a bandit trick of some sort, which is something that I would highly recommend. But again, Blackbeard's probably going to be playing on that window, so we'll see how long they could get away with that if they did attempt that. It's going to be one that's going to be interesting. I like this little cheeky angle that Jaeger's doing, but little does he know that there's a drone very close to him, and he most likely will be spotted, probably without his knowledge, as that drone approaches him. And I do think, yep, it does indeed spot him. So he will probably hightail it out of there and find another spot to hide.
Coda has tried that peek every round upstairs. He's attempted that peek out onto DJ. Hasn't had any customers thus far. but A for effort. And he is going to get droned out. And strong push here, already into billiards, is snuggling as they try to crack this riddle going into VIP with a little bit of a change in setup with Coda actually playing in VIP with that reinforced wall.
Yeah, I was going to say, now I'm eating my words because of the reinforced wall, but it shouldn't be that way because all you have to do is knock the panel out of the window, right?
Yep.
All you have to do is knock the panel out of the window. Sure, he can hide in the corner that he's hiding in now, but that can be easily countered from the window with a grenade. So, it's one of those things that the split push is not as, I guess, I don't want to say good, and what a fantastic kill. Killing that bandit, I don't even know where from.
It's from down below. Down below. He ashed that hole in the floor.
I don't know if he realizes what a clutch kill that was as he was about to bandit the only way they could have breached that wall, which are those Ivana charges. And so what a fantastic job. I'm not going to say lucky. I mean, he did kill him, but I don't know if he realized exactly what he did. Dynamic, hooking out of the hallway, getting the first pick for the defenders this round. He will take a little bit of gunfire as he retreats back into that closet, but he's still got plenty of life left to live as Zofia now pinches with the rest of her team to see if they could do a little bit of work on that VIP operator. That being said, I think they did. Yep, they did indeed take him out. So now 2 remain on the side of Brainless. A C4 will connect, bringing it to a 2v3. 35 seconds left to go. 2 weak defenders left versus now 2 attackers. And holy moly, has this shifted all of a sudden. We'll see if Crazy Man. See, now the Blackbeard is forced to push. Unfortunate aggression again coming out from them as Blackbeard makes play. It is now a 1v1. It is Crazy Man. It is
Shazam. It's Shazam. They both have 5 HP in a dream.
1 bullet is all it is going to take as Crazy Man knows he's got to go for the diffuser. 3 seconds left. He's got to be putting it down. Valkyrie, an easy run-in and an easy win. And what a game. What a closing in round 11 to such an incredible game. And it came down to a 1v1 with 5 health. Brainless eSports moving on. Impact valiantly fought, but they will be eliminated. And we will see them probably not till next week.
Yeah, it doesn't get any closer than that. Round 11 comes down to a 1v1, and obviously 1v1 with no diffuser planner always goes in favor of the defense, as wisely rotating out was...